evening, everyone, and welcome to Her Majesty blog, where we bring together the world of pageants with the aim of revolutionizing those standards of beauty and creating social development through women empowerment. My name is Onke, and I will be your host for the show this evening. And on this particular show called It Is Within Her, we chat to amazing, trailblazing women at the forefront of pageants, from queens to organizers and the likes, as they let us in on their different journeys of becoming purposeful and pioneering women in pageantry. This evening, we are chatting to the beautiful Zoe Hlatshwayo, who is the reigning Miss Teen Grand South Africa. So Zoe has sent me a request to join the live already. So she is ready. We are ready. Let's do this. Hi, Khosi Khadi. Hi, baby. I made it. The live is happening. So let me accept her request to join. Okay. So she'll be here just now. She looks so cute and innocent with that huge crown on her head. Ah! How are you?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
I'm great, man. I'm great. It's so nice to have you here with us this evening. You're such a breath of fresh air. Oh my gosh.
Thank you so much for inviting me.
Amazing stuff. So today, are we having crown conversations, or it is within her series?
It is yours. It is within her series.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Great. I don't know. It might change along the way.
Yeah,
So
you know.
we don't know. Eh? Yeah.
You never know.
So we never know. So to get the show on the road, I'm just gonna ask you a small icebreaker question. It's
Okay.
small. Don't look nervous.
Okay.
It's small. Okay.
Okay, small.
So, what is your favorite song to walk to in a pageant?
Ooh, Confident. I think it's by Demi Lovato. What's wrong with thee? What's wrong with thee? Yeah, that one is my favorite one. It just gets me out there.
No, that's amazing. That's amazing. Was it? I can't remember actually. Like, you were crowned in June, right? I can't remember properly
Yes.
which song you were walking to before you got crowned with the evening wear section.
I also forgot, to be honest.
Nah?
I remember it was the dancing one for the preteens.
Yes.
Confident, that one. Yeah.
Amazing stuff. But I remember your walk.
Hey.
Like, I remember everything about you. So let's get to the interview.
Okay.
No, you're amazing that night, actually. Congratulations once again.
Thank you so much.
Amazing stuff. So tonight, I actually want to. There's something mysterious about you. Like, I want to debunk like whatever that goes on with, like, what brings fire into your life. So I like that mysteriousness about a queen. I don't like someone who reveals everything all the time. I want someone who keeps us guessing and wanting to know more and more about them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for people who don't know you personally, let's start there. How best would you describe your character?
I would say I'm a determined, authentic, and loving person. I feel sometimes I'm too loving and too caring, but I think it's in like my heart, it's in my character already. But yeah, I'm determined. I'm happy to make changes and positive impacts where I can. I also like to live in principles that are true to who I am and true to my values. That is who I am.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's really. I could have guessed that if someone asked me, gun to my head, describe her character. I could have guessed something along those lines, because you do exude that kind of aura, and that's why you're the queen that you are.
Yes.
Yes, amazing stuff. So now your hobbies include cooking and baking. How do they help you relax?
Well, my favorite hobby is baking. One of the most, people say it's difficult, but for me, it comes so naturally. I don't know what it is about baking, but I just love it. It helps me unwind from the stresses of every day, like school, sports, or like the duties I have as a pageant queen. It helps me unwind. I am like carefree and stress-free whenever I do like baking. Cooking, not my strongest point, but here and there I fail. And it doesn't mean that I fail. It doesn't mean I don't have to go back and redo it until I perfect my craft. It also helps me with creativity when I experiment with different flavors, different combos. And for me, those two hobbies are one of my favorite, and I say a lot of people should try it.
Right? A lot of people should try it. I also dabble in baking, nyana, here and there. So I want us to actually create a challenge for the both of us. I want us to choose a single recipe that we're going to do from scratch, and we're going to present it to Instagram. So you are representing Miss Teen Grand South Africa with your creation, and then I'll be representing Her Majesty with my creation.
Okay, I'm up for that challenge. I'm up for it. Yes, it's on.
It's on. It's on. Okay. We'll discuss details of the challenge in due course. But guys, it's coming. I'm in. Yeah. I want to do that. Like if you are here, I'd do this. The arm wrestling thing. But yeah, it's on for now. It's on for now. So we'll do the cooking challenge. and then we'll present it to Instagram to say, okay, this is the pack that we made during the live, and we're going to present it.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, great stuff. Okay, we'll get to that. Yondel, I hope you're listening. We need accountability partners.
Needs to hear this.
You understand? We need accountability partners. So, baby, if you are listening, please declare your faith in me as the
and me
as
also.
the representative of my and yeah, it's happening.
It's happening. Definitely.
So now, as we already explained, you are an accomplished young woman who wears the Miss Teen Grand South Africa crown very proudly. When and how did you become interested, or first become interested in pageantry altogether?
So for me, the when is, there's two reasons for that. The number one reason would be my mother. She used to also do pageants, and she was Mrs. Mpumalanga 2018, if I'm correct. And when I saw her on that stage, I was like, I want to be my mom. I want to do what she does. And she made it happen. She encouraged me to do pageantry, even though I didn't want to do it because I was a very shy, quiet, conserved little girl that always wanted to be in the corner. But she was like, you can't do it. And it happened, and I did it. And then the second cause would be what I basically advocate for, which is authentic living.
Yes.
And I've noticed over the years of my life and my peers' lives, a lot of people don't acknowledge authenticity that much. It's a topic that we don't talk about because it's not like up there with like mental health and gender-based violence, and I understand. But at the same time, as a generation that is living in technology, in social media and all that, authenticity was something I myself personally was struggling with, and I also figured that most of my peers were struggling from it. And basically those two like drives and components merged together to form my love for pageantry and my love for authentic living.
How many pageants have you entered so far?
This is my second one, Miss Teen Grand South Africa.
Wow.
So only two.
Oh, amazing. Oh my gosh. Okay, so the first one, what happened there? Did you take the crown home? What was the results?
I took the crown home.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That's amazing. And which one are you gunning for next?
Ooh, I think I'm going to take a break for now and focus on school because I'm a matriculant. But maybe in 5-6 years, Miss South Africa.
Wait, you're a matriculant and you're 17 years old.
For next year. I'm a
Or for
matriculate.
next year?
Yes, I'm
Oh,
in
okay,
grade
for next year.
11.
Okay, okay. But you look smart. Are you like an A student at school? You sound smart.
I'm there. I believe I
You are
can
there.
do better. Yeah, I'm there.
Top 10,
Top top 12, maybe.
top 12.
Yeah,
Okay.
12.
Next year it's gonna be top 5, no?
Yes,
Yes.
that's what I'm
Definitely,
striving for.
definitely. No, top 12 is also amazing. Top 12 is
Mm.
like out of this world, but I could tell that yeah, you are really smart. Let's go back to your advocacy for authenticity.
Yeah.
Why authenticity? What does it mean to you? What does it say to you?
So authenticity for me, like I already said, something a lot of us as teenagers in our generation, we struggle a lot. And
Mm,
for me, the reason why I chose it is because of mainly my self introspection.
mm,
I
okay.
felt I wasn't being true to who I was, and I didn't
Mm,
basically recognize myself, to say the least. And I was acting in a way that normally I wouldn't act, or speaking in a way that I wouldn't talk. And the
mm,
fact that also authenticity helped me build my confidence on top of pageantry, it helped me build my confidence. And that
nice.
is why I specifically chose authenticity and loving
Mm.
yourself basically for who you truly are.
Amazing stuff. And linked to authenticity, what activities do you think young people can actually engage in to make sure that they live up to who they truly are and they get to practice their true authentic selves? In a practical sense, like what advice would you give to them?
So I wouldn't say there's a specific activity that helped me express who I am and live authentically, but I think young people should mainly strive to pick their own interests,
Oh,
interests that get
yes.
them going and just
Yes.
that they love, because that's the only way you can love yourself, if you do something you love. So there's no specific thing, it's depending on your own niche, your own
Mm.
interests and passions, and then you basically master that, and somehow it works out, and all of a sudden you're just yourself.
And you win crowns and every pageant that you enter. Amazing stuff. And now you are a young woman practicing your authenticity within pageantry. What role do you think pageantry can play in young people's lives, or in the life of a young woman in society altogether, all around?
I would say knowing that your voice can actually speak volumes
Mm,
in a world that is social media driven and mainly, I would say, male dominated.
mm,
Women actually have the power to speak volumes in a room that is full of men and full of people that don't want to listen.
mm,
So the role that young women can actually play is very big, and we need to realize that as a gender of women, we need to realize that we can actually speak volumes and make impactful and great changes in our community and also in
mm.
the world.
Amazing stuff. And with Miss Teen Grand South Africa, which community projects are you involved in at the moment?
So I would say mainly community projects that involve younger kids. Like I
Mm.
like going and cooking for like an orphanage
Oh,
and donating either my clothes or my toys. I mainly strive for the younger kids because that is what I'm advocating for. The people I'm advocating for are younger kids, either younger than me or in the same age range as me. And then
mm.
also, I would say I want to do a pad drive in the future. It's just that right now I cannot because of a lot that is going on with exams. But I would love to do that as well, which also targets young women like myself.
Amazing stuff. So now let's talk about Crown Conversations, which is the Instagram live series that you run. Tell us about the idea behind Crown Conversations and what you hope to actually achieve with the series.
So I aim to achieve for people to know what it is like behind the crown, the glam, and all the beauty and things. I want to stop the stereotype of perfection, like especially with pageant queens. I don't want people to think that pageant queens are perfect in every way and they're not human and they're just like literally perfect, and that's a stereotype I want to break. So for the start of the series, I just want to get to know our queens, and then after we know our queens, we talk about all those things, all things beauty, all things society, all things societal standards as well, and breaking boundaries basically.
Amazing stuff. And how can people get involved in the show? Like for a finalist or a pageant lover out there, how can they participate and become part of the esteemed crown conversations?
I would say the first segment of it will be mainly queens, but I encourage a lot of people to comment, ask questions. We will always answer your questions, definitely, whether it's pertaining to entries or how I feel about a certain thing. The main objective is to get people to be drawn into it and to converse with us, whether it is on the comments or even in person.
Amazing stuff. And when is the show again? Is it Sundays, Saturdays? What time is it like?
Oh, it's on Sundays, 7 o'clock.
Sundays at 7 o'clock. Every single Sunday at 7 o'clock. Please, guys, watch and support Crown Conversations with your queen, Zoe Hlatshwayo. So that's really amazing. And who's your guest for next week?
Next week, I have Jordan. She is a former Miss Teen Grand Queen as well.
Yes. Jordan Jansen van Rensburg.
Yes.
My girl, love her to bits. Yes, she is amazing. She's amazing. So looking forward to that. We'll definitely be tuning in. And now let's speak about beauty and beauty standards. So we live in a society that often pressures young women to act a certain way or look a certain way. How do you believe we can actually revolutionize these standards of beauty in order to empower more young women out there?
The first step is to get rid of the thinking of one size fits all. You know, that those clothing that says one size fits all, and it's been repeated and repeated, and it's just indoctrinated in our minds. We need to get rid of that and actually include and encourage diversity with skin tones, body types, and like your opinions as well. It's very important that we change all those societal standards that people have indoctrinated into us and actually express diversity and inclusivity and just positive impacts and positive affirmations to everyone, that individuality is very important and it's actually like it sets you apart from the crowd. It's better to be set apart than to be the same as a certain crowd. So get rid of one size fits all and embrace diversity and inclusivity.
Oh, love that. So powerful. Thank you so much for that amazing answer. And how has your experience in pageantry helped you challenge these traditional standards of beauty?
So I would say I'm not in the one size fits all. I kind of am, but I would say I'm not. I'm very on the smaller side. So I think when people saw me, they assumed that I was going to be a quiet and just timid person, which I am. But when I'm in a group where I need to be, or I have a group that I feel I'm connected with, all of a sudden I'm different. I'm just out there. I'm loving, I'm loud, and I speak that. And the thing of inclusivity is that a lot of people tend to shy away from inclusivity, but we need to embrace it. It's in our everyday culture. Not everyone is going to be the same. So I tell myself also that I cannot be looking like a certain person. I cannot act like a certain person.
Amazing stuff. And in your biography, you mentioned that saving lives and giving people hope can better a country and bring peace to communities. In your opinion, what other ways can young people contribute to positive change in their communities?
Being involved largely in their communities. There's a lot of things that we can do as young people, whether you have money or you don't. Small things can actually make big changes, whether it is volunteering to help with your community, whether it's handing out flyers or gardening. You can actually do a lot even without needing money. And as young people, we actually are the driving force of a thriving community. If we band together and work to a common goal, we can basically encourage other people, even the older generation, to band together and actually make a positive change in their community. And it doesn't matter how big or small the change is and what you're doing is. The whole objective is why you're doing it or what you're trying to achieve from doing it. Is it just to see someone smile, or is it to just, make the community better?
Amazing stuff. No, thank you so much. I hope young people out there are listening. We actually need to clip this. We need to clip this and play it over and over
Yes.
again on the platform with the pageant and everything, because that's really, really powerful, and it's a message that needs to be out there at this very moment. So thank you for that once again. So let's go back now to Miss Teen Grand South Africa before we are reaching the end of the interview, but we're not quite there yet. What legacy do you want to leave behind as Miss Teen Grand South Africa 2024? And how do you plan to use your platform to make a meaningful impact?
So the legacy I would like to leave is a legacy of change, a legacy of impact, and a legacy of authenticity. Like I said, authenticity is something I advocate for largely, and I feel that I can be the first in the Miss Teen Grand Queens to actually do that and strive for authenticity and advocate for it. And change the societal standards of the world, of like society in general. And I don't want people to actually settle for what is given to us, and we must ask for more. We must ask to be included in the spectrum. And I plan on doing that by going to outreaches, talking to my young people that I strive for mostly to impact. And yeah.
Yes, love it. Yes, that's about it.
Yeah.
That's about it. Thank you so much. Thank you. And of course, Crown Conversations. You're having those amazing conversations with young people, right?
Yes, exactly.
Exactly. So now let's switch things up a bit. It's no longer it is within her series. It's Crown
Okay.
Conversations. Um, you are now asking me the questions.
Okay.
So let me fix myself in 2 seconds, and then just think of a question that you want to ask me. The questions that you usually ask on the show, and I can reciprocate. So the roles are changing now, guys. We are switching. Come
Um,
back. Okay. This is me. Let me wear my glasses. Let me at least look smart. Yeah.
I'm gonna ask a very simple question.
Okay.
Very simple. So, imagine you had a magic wand in your hand right now, and
Okay.
you had one wish, only one wish. You cannot wish for money, you cannot wish for love, but with that out of the way, what would you wish for in either yourself or in the world or in your community? What would you use that wish for?
I would wish for every single young person who's unemployed in the country at the moment to find a job by tomorrow morning.
The best answer so far.
Thank you. Thank you. Give me my flowers.
Yes,
I deserve
give you
them.
the flower.
Yes, that is my wish. I'd wish for that because the world would be a better place.
It
Trust
really
me.
would.
Yes. Definitely. So I want you as a matriculant next year. You said you want to be an anesthesiologist, right?
Yes.
Yes. So now you are done with your medical studies, everything is good, and you are ready to go out there in the job market. Out of 5 young people in this country, 3 of them won't find a job even after graduating. So imagine now you are done with your anesthesiology degree and you're sitting at home and you don't have a job. Your confidence is down.
Yeah.
You can't pay for half of your pageant fees and everything else that you want to do in your life. So with you in mind as a future anesthesiologist, I would want you to have a job the minute you walk out of university. Then the world would be a better place. Thank you.
Yes,
Done.
thank you.
I'm tired. I'm done being smart. I can put these away. Okay.
Wow.
Done.
Yeah.
All right, no, amazing. So thank you so much for participating. So nice. That was a great question, actually. I love that.
Thank you.
I love it. Amazing question. And finally, from our side, our signature question: what does beauty mean to you?
Beauty for me is the way you live, who you are, and how you express yourself truly, basically authenticity. I would say society has told us that beauty is all about appearance and the way you look. But for me, beauty is what's in the heart, how you treat others, how you treat yourself, how you treat your community, and the joy of life, basically. That is beauty.
I love it. It took us back to the authenticity conversation once again, and that's really what beauty is. So, Zoe, thank you so much for joining us this evening and for participating so nicely and for showing us why you were crowned Miss Teen Grand South Africa 2024.
Thank you so much for inviting me. I enjoyed all the questions. Yeah, it was just tea.
Amazing stuff. You must have yourself a great evening further.
Thank you so much. You too.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Mwah, 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 mwah. Oh, she's gone so quickly. Yeah. Her network is doing the most. She's in and out just like that. We haven't had such a seamless show in a long time. So we are celebrating this, guys. Oh, what an amazing girl. Oh my gosh. So announcements before we leave the live. So December is around the corner and teen pageant finals are upon us. Oh, she's still saying thank you. It's working out. So she's still saying thank you for the interview. So she went out and came back in and still commented, and the show went on. So it was a great one. Yeah, announcements quickly. Oh, hi, Bushle. Announcements quickly. So December is around the corner, and teen pageant finals are upon us. Okay, Miss Teen Universe South Africa, the final. Miss Teenager South Africa, final as well. Which one am I leaving behind? Nothing, eh? Okay, yeah. That's it's the both of them, but it's big. It's Teen Universe South Africa and it's Miss Teenager South Africa. So this Thursday on the episode of It Is Within Her series, we'll be chatting to Takatso Sebela, who is a finalist at Miss Teenager South Africa. So excited. She's our first finalist this year. So we interview finalists at Miss Teenager South Africa every single year, and they always make the top 5. So I can't wait to see. Can you enter? Oh, elab.ae is asking if she can enter. Which pageant do you want to enter, my dear? They're already at the finalist stage and they've had their workshops and everything. You can enter Miss Teen Grand South Africa. There's a pageant. Yes. We just interviewed Zoe, so you can enter Miss Teen Grand South Africa next year. Applications are out even. Yes, yeah, I think they are definitely, yes. So they are out, so you can enter that pageant. It's really amazing. You saw Zoe how amazing she is, so we can get that out of the way. And then lastly, if you know anyone who's a pageant owner, director, and service provider, you can now advertise your products, services, and events on our platform, send us an email, hermajestyorganization@gmail.com, or WhatsApp us on 073 117 7477. So thank you so much for watching the show and showing us some love here on Instagram. We are also on TikTok. We are on Facebook. We are on, I almost said Twitter, X, and we are on YouTube. So please continue showing us some love. From myself, Unke, and the rest of the team here at Her Majesty. Until Thursday, was it a great show? It was an amazing show. I had an audience today, guys. It's so amazing to have an audience. I think we should do this live somewhere. Yes, enter Miss Teen Grand SA. Yeah, definitely. She can enter Miss Teen Grand SA. Miss Teen Grand also has Miss Spectacular, Teen and Preteen, Miss Teen Universal and Preteen Universal, as well as Miss Teen Grand and Preteen Grand. So you have 6 titles. So it's more than enough to represent your country internationally as a teen and as a preteen. So one more time, bye-bye, guys. Have yourselves a great evening.